Hey everyone, Zach here with the Goat Guys. Welcome back to another video. So, as I was going through recently in an old video, I said I wanted to remake some of the old profiles, because some decks I haven't updated in a long time and they're very well out of date. In one deck that I just randomly was like, wait, I never uploaded a Warrior Toolbox deck. Ever. And yeah, so that's why we're here. This is what I've been messing with. By the way, I'm sure someone will ask, wasn't just the Chaos build better? Well, yeah, but I wanted to do Toolbox first. We'll get to the Chaos build eventually. Sure, because judging by how good that deck seems to be, that thing ain't going anywhere anytime soon. This is my variant. I'm sure someone's like, oh my god, he's playing 40 cards. You're damn right I am. Anyway, let's get right into this list. So I'm playing one copy of Blackluster Soldier. This is something you can easily cut for anything else. I'm gonna play it. I'm playing it because you play 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 darks, or 5 darks actually. So you play enough targets for it, and at worst, you can always get rid of it. I just think it's such a good card to close out a game with, and always gets rid of problems. So 2 Blade Knight. Blade Knight's awesome. I love Blade Knight. I think I've made this very apparent. This guy gains 400 attack when you have 1 or less card in your hand, and remember, if it attacks a flip monster, the effects do not activate, which is really important because we are playing through Book of Moon, so that can be relevant if your opponent, just to get rid of something. Then we play the Donzalug. This one you can also cut. I just like the fact that out of nowhere, a surprise Donzalug ripping a card out of your opponent's hand is awesome. He's also a dark for the people begin questioning PLS. So then some of the more standard stuff, you play DD Warrior Lady and DD Assailant. This helps out very problematic cards. And of course, the old boy himself, Exiled Force, also doing the same thing. So more like Tech Warriors, we play the Mystic Swordsman level 2. This just gets around flip monsters, just like this guy. Mataza the Zapper, I'm sure people either love or hate this card. It's no in between. I love this card. This card can attack twice, so if your opponent doesn't do anything, that is 2,600 to the face off a card you can search off Sangan. And this is another thing that has come up a lot in the past with playing the card. It cannot switch control, so your opponent can't snatch steal it. So really cool. And then the last warrior in the deck is Ninja Grandmaster Suzuki. At the start of the damage step, if it attacks a face-up defense position monster, just destroy it. It's great. I like this card. We play 2 Abyss Soldier, 1 Tribe, and 1 Serpent, just to kind of help out other problematic things. And then the last but not least, we play 1 Sangan and 1 Breaker. For the spell cards, the 2 Rhoda, the Power 5 of Greed, Charity, Duo, Burial, and Snatch Steal. 3 Book of Moon. This is just a very versatile card that helps deal with problems because you can always set something and smack into it with Mystic Swordsman level 2. 2 Noblemen, a Crossout, also pairs well with Book and just helps you get around problems. And this deck plays 0 flip monsters, so you don't have to worry about knocking something you don't want to lose, which is a risk sometimes. 1 MST and 2 Dust Tornado. We're playing a more trap heavy deck, so I didn't want to play Heavy Storm. So that's why I opted for the MST Double Dust. 2 Sakuretsu Armor, and then the 3 copies of Solemn Judgment. I really like Solemn Judgment, guys. That's why I play it in a lot of stuff. Then you got your Bring, Mirror Force, Torrential, and Call the Haunted as your standard 1-of staples. So that is my 40 card main deck, but as you guys see, I do have a side deck, and I wanted to talk about these cards just for a quick second at the end of the video. So Compulse and Trap Dust Shoot seem like other very good main deck card options. I just chose to play Sack Armor in this build over like these two. Because I just feel Sack Armor is better than these two. But Dust Shoot's so good because obviously Hand Knowledge is great. If I was building a side deck, I would consider siding this anyway. I just don't have the side. This is just stuff I want to talk about. Compulse is cool because it just gets rid of a problematic monster. So that's why I think it should at least be considered. Some other warriors I was considering. Freed's cool. I just was like, wait, he's a tribute, so he's not nearly as good in this deck. Goblin Attack Force and Zombira the Dark. They're both Rhoda searchable. So my thought process is like, this is 23. This can out chaos sorcerer. These out chaos sorcerers in defense, and can crash chaos sorcerers in attack. So that's the thought process there. Blindly Royal Goblin. Uh, it's the same like principle of Mataza. They can't snatch steal it, brain control it, or whatever. So that's cool. TD Survivor. If this card's banished while face up on your field this turn, so you can special summon it. So I guess my thought process here is just interesting out. So like if you have this, your opponent can't sork it or whatever. I don't know. This is one of the more I was very iffy on. I just wanted to mention it. Same with this one. You can target one defense position monster on the field and destroy. That's just White Ninja. I was just like, well, it's a light, so in theory, it's not terrible. But these two are more like, in theory, they're cool, but they're probably not good